Imagine staying awake not just for one night or two, but forever. No sleep, no dreams, no rest. At first, it might sound like an advantage. More time to work, think, and live. But in reality, the human body is not designed for that. If you never sleep, your brain and body will slowly begin to break down in ways that are both fascinating and terrifying. Sleep is not simply a passive state of rest. It is an essential biological process. While you are asleep, your brain remains highly active. It cleans out harmful toxins that build up throughout the day, organizes memories, and strengthens connections between neurons. At the same time, your body repairs damaged cells, regulates hormones, and boosts the immune system. In simple terms, sleep acts like a nightly maintenance system. Without it, your body continues to function, but the damage keeps accumulating. After just 24 hours without sleep, noticeable changes begin to occur. You may feel extremely tired, but more importantly, your brain starts slowing down. Your reaction time becomes delayed, similar to someone under the influence of alcohol. Concentration becomes difficult, and your mood may shift unpredictably. You might feel irritated, anxious, or overly emotional. Even simple decisions become harder to make, showing that sleep deprivation quickly affects both mental and emotional stability. If you stay awake for 48 hours, the situation becomes more serious. Your brain begins to malfunction, and you may experience something known as microsleeps. These are brief moments where your brain shuts down for a few seconds without warning, even if your eyes are open. During these moments, you are essentially asleep. This can be extremely dangerous, especially while driving or performing tasks that require attention. Memory also becomes unreliable, and your thoughts may feel scattered. Emotionally, you may experience anxiety, paranoia, or even mild depression. By the time you reach 72 hours without sleep, your brain starts losing its grip on reality. Hallucinations may begin to appear. You might see things moving that are not actually there or hear sounds that do not exist. Your perception of time becomes distorted, making minutes feel like hours. At this stage, your brain enters a condition similar to psychosis. Severe confusion, emotional instability, and extreme fatigue take over, making it difficult to function normally. If sleep deprivation continues for 4 to 5 days, the effects become critical. Your cognitive abilities collapse almost completely. You may struggle to recognize familiar people or understand where you are. Speech becomes slow, disorganized, and sometimes incoherent. Hallucinations intensify, and paranoia may increase. Physically, your body also starts to fail. The immune system weakens, heart rate becomes irregular, and stress hormones rise to dangerous levels. Your body enters a survival state, trying to cope with the extreme lack of rest. The longest recorded case of a human staying awake is about 11 days. Even in that extreme case, the individual experienced severe symptoms such as memory loss, hallucinations, and paranoia. Once the experiment ended, recovery sleep was immediately necessary. This clearly shows that the human body cannot sustain long-term wakefulness. In reality, it is almost impossible for a person to never sleep at all. The body has built-in mechanisms to force sleep, even if it means shutting down certain brain functions temporarily. However, there is a rare condition known as fatal insomnia, where individuals gradually lose the ability to sleep entirely. In such cases, sleep disappears, brain function deteriorates, and hallucinations become more severe. Eventually, the condition leads to death, proving that sleep is absolutely essential for survival. Inside the brain, the absence of sleep causes toxic waste to build up between neurons. One of these substances is linked to serious conditions like Alzheimer's disease. During sleep, the brain activates a cleaning system that flushes out these harmful materials. Without sleep, this system fails and toxins accumulate, creating a dangerous environment inside the brain. As a result, neurons stop communicating effectively, memory systems break down, and emotional control weakens. The effects of sleep deprivation are not limited to the brain. The entire body is affected. The immune system becomes weaker, making it easier to get sick. Metabolism becomes unbalanced, increasing the risk of weight gain and diabetes. The heart experiences additional stress, raising the chances of cardiovascular problems. Hormones also become unstable, with stress hormones increasing while growth and recovery hormones decrease. This imbalance leaves the body feeling constantly exhausted and overwhelmed. Despite all this, your body will never willingly allow you to stay awake forever. It will force sleep through microsleeps or sudden shutdowns because it recognizes sleep as essential for survival. Sleep is not a luxury or a sign of laziness. It is a fundamental biological necessity, just like food and water. After prolonged sleep deprivation, the body enters a recovery phase. During this time, it prioritizes deep sleep, which is the most restorative stage. This helps repair damage, restore brain function, and rebalance the system. However, severe or long-term sleep deprivation may cause damage that cannot be fully reversed. In the end, the answer is clear. If you never sleep, your brain begins to slow down, your mind starts to break apart, and your body gradually weakens. Eventually, your entire system shuts down. Sleep is not just rest. It is repair, recovery, and survival. Every night you sleep, your body is protecting you from the dangerous consequences of staying awake. So the next time you consider skipping sleep, remember that your body is not being lazy, it is saving your life.